All right. So yes, I figured it out. I went another way. I actually filled out a support request about this file not being there. I also Googled some more, and I found a document that said if you're using Next, you can't put in custom files. And I'm using Next, and so I guess I can't put in custom files. Well, that solved that. It was not in the docs that I was looking at. It was in a different doc. I already filed a support request. They'll probably tell me the same thing. And so what I did, let me show you. Let me get this. Here we go. All right, so I looked around and I realized that the reason this Geolite 2 npm package exists is simply to give you that database at npm install time, right? So somehow when this thing gets deployed to the serverless function and it calls npm install, that's gonna have it included. I have to include my license key, which, oh, just a second, I don't want to share it. I'm sure it's in my console. Hang on a sec. Okay, I'm back. So this is what I get. It's deployed to Vercel. It's giving me under the geo key, which is, if you remember back then, exactly what I wanted. It's cool because it's giving a bunch of data, and it looks like in a bunch of different languages. I only am interested in the English at the moment, but it's cool that it's there. But it's kind of hard to decrypt. But I've got the EN, the continent is North America, the country, ISO code US, and then the names in English, United States. So that's me making this request. I am in the United States, so it looks like it is happening correctly. It looks like you can also get it in Japanese and Germany, registered country. Okay, so that's cool. Let me just show you a little bit more. I did more research on this npm package. It installs the database using your license key in an environment variable. You have to set your license key so that when npm install runs, npm install is going to, the installer script is going to look at that environment variable, go download the database using your license key, and then installing it. But then it doesn't actually provide any of the code for reading that database. You still use the other package, the maxmind. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm clicking on stuff and showing. I was trying to show this before, that it's got all the continent and country data in the response, and it's correct. And I was showing that I'm still using maxmind. Here, let me show you the code. Geobanner.js. So what it does is it gives you the path to country that is, I guess, installed in the node modules directory. Oh, and in your package.json, you can actually put a thing that says, I only want the country database. I don't want the city database. City database is bigger. I don't need it. I just want country right now. Maybe later, but right now I just want country. So there you go. This is the path. You're still using maxmind, which is 17,000% faster than anything else. And I'm just returning that geodata. Okay, so this means I can actually kind of get started. Instead of returning JSON, what I'd really like is to return JavaScript. I'm not sure how to do that with this, but I'm going to figure it out. What I want to do is return a JavaScript that's going to add a banner. So I have to actually write that JavaScript, and then inside the JavaScript also include all this geo data and maybe more stuff later. That's actually kind of like the easy part. But I want to learn how to, I'm going to keep a JavaScript file somewhere, or just make a string here that's got the JavaScript in it, and maybe I'll concatenate JavaScript together and make it all work. So I need to figure out how to stream JavaScript. So that means setting the content type and streaming a string back. I'm not sure how to do that. Well, it's not giving me a good, just says any. Okay, more Googling. Oh, I was looking at this thing as an example. This did it. Look, GeoTeleport, redirection based on visitor IP locations. It's got the Vercel.json. It's got the country database here. I was copying this exactly, but like I said before, the docs say, different docs that I didn't see the first time, that it says that if you're using Next.js, you cannot include custom files. But right now, I'm going to search for how to get, I think this is node response set headers. Is this right? Oops. Wrong key there. No. So I know that there's a set header. Right head. Can I do that? Oh, and the cool thing is it works locally and on Vercel, so I won't have to deploy like every single time. Right head. Let's say I do a 200 and I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So application JavaScript. And then how do you send? I'll just do a write and then end okay. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I just want to write a string that's going to have some JavaScript in it. So it'll be something like console.log1. I just want something. And then, oh, this should be res, not response. Then res.end. Okay. Okay, I don't want to have the okay in there. So I'm just going to do res. I think it's just going to be res.end like this. No right. Boom. And now how to get, sorry, this is too loud. Not how to get, I got to do a curl dash v. That's not what I want. Oh no, now you see all my stuff. Content type, application JavaScript. Okay, it's there. All right. So instead of console.log, it's got to be an actual JavaScript file. Const.js. It's going to be like that. Let's put it in there. Console.log 1. And I'll put it right here. JS. Boom. Okay. Right. So I want to do something crazy. Like first, let's put this in index. I'll just put on index. So inside the head, I'm going to do script src equals slash API slash geo banner. Okay, gotta open this thing up. Am I there? Let me go to home. Now, am I getting that console log? Yes, the 1 is there. All right, so it's running. I actually want to put it at the end. I don't want it in the head. I want it at the body. And I'm not sure if that's the right place for it. But for now, and I'll put a defer in there. Why not? Okay, so now when I reload, there's the 1. Let me clear it. Reload again. Okay, it's running. It's there. Let me put this on the left half. Get rid of this for now. And don't need the package JSON open. Now we can see both. And I'll also pop this back in. Dock to bottom. Okay. I'm going to be putting it up at the top. And so why not? Okay. So now I'm going to do document.body.right. Ooh, it's got to be at the beginning. Don't remember how you do that. JavaScript, right, add element at top of page. Ha 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 ha. Ah, insert before. Uh-huh. Is that right? You know what? I'm gonna just try this. Let's see. Man. So let's reload. div.toolbar.id div toolbar dot inner HTML equals ABC. Don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, haha, ha 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 ha! Look what I did. Okay, sorry, I haven't used vanilla JS in so long. All right, so I want the width to be 100%. The height is gonna be just natural. I'll figure out the styling later, but why did people do this? Come on, just put it in the string. Goodness. Okay, and it's not gonna be. I don't care what the ID is. I'm not even gonna try. All right, so the inner HTML is gonna say something like, thank you for visiting from, and then look, we're gonna put in the country name. Country name. Right, so now I'm there we go. So JS of geo dot country. Now I gotta go look what it had. Geo dot country dot names dot en. Okay, let us now try this. Reload. Something didn't work. Internal server error. What? Cannot read country of null. How dare you? What is this? Get out of my way. Boom. So country of null. Oh, right. Of course it's going to be null when my IP. Okay. I know what I need to do. I need to fake this thing out. No, I need this thing, cookies. So you can tell if you're on Lambda, which is where the stuff runs when it's deployed, with this. Okay, very useful to know if you're actually in production. So if we're in production, goodness, I hate doing this. I'm gonna put it up here. Function get IP. Just wrap the mess up in a function so we don't have to see it in our main logic. If we are there, we're going to return this. Else, I'm just going to return what I know my IP address to be, which I will get over here. This is my real IP address. Please don't DOS me. Nobody watches this anyway. All right, so now when I do IP, it's going to be get IP. Oh, I need to send in the rec. Get IP. Okay, this should work now. Wrap the mess up. There we go. Thank you for visiting from United States. All right, we're getting there, right? We are getting close to having something working here. So we are putting in the name, and now I can have like const of coupons. right? So now we're going to do something like this is going to be banner.js. If geo dot country dot, what is it called? The country, country dot ISO code ISO code. All right, we're gonna have the ISO code. Let's just save it. Coupons dot has own property. Yeah, that's fine. I might also do something like this. So if we have something in there, then we're going to do JS equals banner JS of the country name. Else JS equals no banner JS. So we're not going to show a banner if there's nothing to show. I think that would be, that's fine. We're going to do let JS. And then we don't need to call it as a function. Let me get some more room here. All right. So now we have banner JS, and then we need no banner JS. No banner JS. It's gonna just always return nothing. Or let's just do console.log no coupon. No coupon for you. All right. No coupon. Good. But if I put in, what it's in is capital. If I put in US coupon code hello US. Now when I reload this, aha, coupon code. Thank you for visiting. Your coupon code is coupon code. All right. Boom. Look at that. Undefined. Right, I'm not passing it in. Banner.js. Watch this. My goodness. Sometimes I really like coding when it's working. Like, people did a lot of hard work to get all this set up. You know how high this stack is right now? And it's kind of at a good point where it feels nice. And let's see. Boom. Aha, your coupon code is hello US. That's fun. That's fun. I want to do one more thing before I stop this. How long am I going? 25 minutes. Of course, the styling sucks. That can't be helped. I mean, maybe I could center it or something. center. Are center tags still legal? There we go. Can make the background yellow or something. All right. I've got the country name. I've got the coupon code, which is in this thing. Maybe I have a default instead of, you know, I have like a default coupon code that I could set here. Or default. And then if I took this out, that should work too, right? Boom, coupon code is default. All this is just hard coded, right? Like you would probably want, if you had a real database backing this, you'd want something more sophisticated, but I think this is fine for now. All right, last thing I want to do is there's an open source repository of flags, country flags, open source country flags. I don't remember what it's called. Free icons of country flags. Is it this one? Is it this one? Oh, see, it's in SVGs and PNGs. Ooh. This one is CSS versions of them. A collection of all country flags in SVG plus the CSS for easier integration. See the demo. I mean, this is cool. I want to see what they mean by easier integration. Oh, I see. You can put that. I'm not into that. I kind of just want to have an SVG file. And I mean, the SVGs are going to be in here anyway, right? Yeah, they're all in here. So I would go with this one. And see the nice thing, see how they're by ISO code? So I can just lowercase the ISO code and get it in exactly. And I bet that you can get them via NPM. Yes. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can. I mean, I would normally just copy them into the repo, but if they don't have to be in the repo, that sounds good too. SVG country flags. I kind of want to know how to use them now, though. It doesn't really tell me how to use them from npm svg country flags. SVG country flags. Well, it doesn't say how to use them. Maybe I don't want that now. I thought for sure scripts. No. No. See, this is where it's like, oh, that was so nice. You can install this as an NPM module, but then what? Then what? Import flags from SVG country flags. Okay. So now can I put that in here? How do I serve them from my public directory? That's, I mean, this is just ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to uninstall that. How do I uninstall? Package JSON. Can I revert? Discard changes. It'll be in my local, but I can always just npm install again. It'll be gone. Just give them to me. Just give them to me. Give it to me now. Download the zip. Open that thing up. Now I'm going to make a directory. I'm going to put it in under public. Public state. Here, flags. Boom. Okay, now let's go to Geo. Let's close this up. Alright, so I should be able to do something like this. Oops. Image src equals slash flags slash ISO. Oops. .svg. Let's start with that. Where does ISO come from? Okay, we'll put it here. geo.country.iso code dot to lowercase. Is that right? Reload. Unexpected string? Why were you even expecting a string? What are you talking about, huh? What you talking about? Where are you? I mean, what? Hello? It's in Geo Banner. Where's my one error? Unexpected string. What's going on? If I got rid of this, which is the thing I just added. Seemed to work. Oh, I see. I gotcha. Oops. Just gonna make, yeah, because we're in a string here. And so this double quote, I'm in so many strings here. I'm in deep in strings. Deep, deep, deep. Now I should work. Uh-oh. That didn't work. Flags slash us.svg. Should be in there though. Oops. What's going on? Didn't I copy them in there? us.svg. It's right there. Oh, I put them under state. That was not intended. Boop, move it under public. Now try again. Yay! USA. USA. It's too big. Oops, doing it again. Okay. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, let's review. I'm serving the, I should probably put the server in there because that /flags from which domain, right? Anyway, we'll look at that in a second. But let's review. We are serving a flag. We are serving the name of the country and a coupon code. And if they don't have a coupon code, then they're just getting no banner. Or just the default, I'm sorry. If we could get rid of the default and it would just give us no banner and just print out a message, which we can erase if we don't want to have that. And yeah, so now all I have to do is figure out a coupon code for each country and store it in this JSON up here. And if I do that, I have basically duplicated the functionality that I had before. Wow, I'm pretty impressed with this, that it was so easy. This is kind of my short-term goal, is to reach this point. I'm gonna put the coupon codes in later. But I've reached this point. There's some functionality, I guess, that's not there. Another thing I was able to do, because I controlled the code for the whole platform, was I was able to put in a check that said you couldn't use a coupon code if you were outside of that country, right? So in the validation for the coupon code, there was a hook, and I said, wait a second, give me the coupon code and give me their IP address and let me see if those match. So you couldn't use a coupon code from outside of your country. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but maybe there's something there I could work on, like a one-time code for your country, that you can only use it once, and it's generated new each time, something like that. That way you couldn't share it with other people. I mean, maybe you could like tell your friend in India, hey, refresh this page for me and text me the code. But anyway, I think this is pretty cool, and it only makes that one JavaScript request. It also will request the SVG that is appropriate. That should get cached. That's not a big deal. But this, I mean, I could include the SVG in the source, right? But that would require the serverless function having access to the files, which we know it won't. We just figured that out. So serving it from public, that's fine. It's just static files. It's small. It's not going to be a big deal. But I'm wondering whether like if someone is going to the same site, different pages on the site, and each one is including this JavaScript like we had here at the bottom, is it going to be requesting it every time, doing the geodatabase lookup? Not that it's expensive, it doesn't cost me anything, but it's unnecessary. I'm wondering if it will cache that for, the browser will cache it. I gotta check. I'm gonna look. It doesn't look like it's caching it on my local, because when I hit reload, it changes. It gets updated. So maybe the browser is not caching that. I can go to the sources and check that, or the network. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'll figure that out. But I am thinking the next step is to say, well, you actually get this banner for an hour. And so instead of just including this script tag, it's going to be a script tag that like conditionally checks local storage. Do I have a banner already set for local storage? If so, just use that if it's less than an hour. If it's more than an hour or it doesn't exist, then go include this banner script. And that should, and then that will, of course, load the local storage cache up for you. Probably a way to do it with, what is that? Web workers or something. I know you can do stuff with cache, but I don't want to mess with that. And it actually, I mean, it works fine right now. The longer term thing would be to put it on its own domain, wrap it up in a nice application that allowed you to, as a user, you register, and then you have your own database of sites with their coupon codes per country, and you could set the message and all that stuff. That is for later. Right now, I'm very happy with where I got it, and